Have you heard about cryptocurrencies? In this particular video, we are going to see the top 5 cryptocurrencies which you need to know about in 2018. Let's get started. Press the bell icon on the YouTube app and never miss any update from Tech Primers. Just for the record, I have just opened the GDAX exchange where all the cryptocurrencies are traded. Majority of the cryptocurrencies are traded in this particular exchange. So I have just opened it just to see how volatile the cryptocurrencies are. This is the price of Bitcoin, the most popular cryptocurrency. If you see, the market is moving as and when we talk. So we are going to see how the market moves by the end of this video, right? Right now the price of each Bitcoin is 16,870 US dollars, which roughly translates to more than 11 lakhs in the Indian INR, right? You see how much worth the Bitcoin is. So we are going to see at the end of this video what is the current price. See, as we were talking, the price of the Bitcoin is rising and then going down, and in the last few days it has gone down by 11%. Yesterday it was yesterday or day before yesterday it was around $20,000. Now it has come down to $16,000. You see the volatility of Bitcoin. The first one is Bitcoin. So Bitcoin is a cryptocurrency and a worldwide payment system, as you all might know by now. It is the first decentralized digital currency, and the system works without any bank or any administrator. So there is no central body who is sitting and controlling the transactions, unlike any banks or any regulatory body which is surrounded by a bank. So there is no regulatory body, there is no central person who is controlling Bitcoins. There are distributed peer-to-peer networks, and you can do transactions across these networks from one person to another by buying or selling Bitcoins. It uses cryptography to encrypt data and send data across these peer-to-peer networks. It uses the underlying technology called blockchain for transacting the information from one block to another block and securing across these peer-to-peer networks. If you had seen my video on blockchain, you will know what is blockchain. Bitcoin uses blockchain. The inventor of Bitcoin is named as Satoshi Nakamoto, but nobody knows the authenticity or who is that, or either a person or a group. So that is why Bitcoin is more volatile, because people are afraid that who has created it, and nobody knows who has created it. Bitcoin was initially found in 2009, and later on it was widely spread, and currently in 2017 it is volatile than anything else in the world. And right now CME has introduced a more volatile product than the Bitcoin, which is the Bitcoin futures. So this is one type of cryptocurrency. If you see, bitcoin.org is the official website of Bitcoin, and this is the first digital currency which was created. The next one is Ethereum. So Ethereum is another blockchain platform. So Ethereum created as a project to create a blockchain application platform, and it also has a currency which is using smart contracts. So it uses smart contracts, and it has the same infrastructure requirements as the Bitcoin. It is open source, it is publicly available, it is blockchain based, and it is decentralized as well. It uses its own virtual machine called the Ethereum virtual machine, which can execute lots of scripts using international networks on different public nodes. So it also provides the cryptocurrency, and the currency name is called Ether. So it is called as a token, like how we call Bitcoin as a currency. So Ethereum has a currency called Ether, and you can see that in this particular exchange. So in GDAX, you can see Ether here. So this is Ethereum, and they claim that what all Bitcoin has claimed, it is smart wallet, all those digital stuff. So I'm not going to explain everything internally, but know that Ethereum is also another currency. Ether is a currency and Ethereum is a project. This was initially created in 2014 and released in 2015. It is written in C++, Go, and Rust. It was proposed by Vitalik Buterin. So he is the creator or the researcher of the Ethereum cryptocurrency. The next one is Ripple. So Ripple is another cryptocurrency which is a payment protocol. So Ripple was a payment protocol. is used in the real-time gross settlement system, and it also has the currency which is called ripples. It uses the Ripple transaction protocol for maintaining the distributed ledger concept. So it is also open source, and it is using the distributed protocol, and also it has the consensus ledger. It has a native cryptocurrency called XRP, which is nothing but ripples. So it was initially released in 2012. It is secure, instant, and nearly free global financial transaction of any size with no chargebacks. If you see, Bitcoin has a particular size. Every block in a Bitcoin is 1 MB. However, in Ripple, you can have a huge or a large size block in that particular transaction. It has tokens which represent something called fiat currency. So fiat currencies are nothing but which is literally not present. So for example, you have this frequent flyer miles in the aircraft, right? Or something similar to mobile minutes. So Ripple as a currency is something similar. That is how it is different from Bitcoin currency. So Ripple is also based around a shared or a public database or a ledger, which uses the consensus process, which I said earlier, that allows payments, exchanges, remittance in a distributed way. It doesn't use blockchain, but it uses something similar. It uses the distributed architecture. However, it doesn't use blockchain technology. The next one is Bitcoin Cash. If you know about Bitcoin, you might be knowing about Bitcoin Cash as well. If you have not, this is your time. Bitcoin Cash is a fork of the cryptocurrency Bitcoin. It is just a child of Bitcoin. It was created in 2017 August 1st. The fork happened on that particular day, and all the transactions from the Bitcoin have been transferred to Bitcoin Cash as well. So if you had owned a Bitcoin before August 1st 2017, you now own a Bitcoin Cash as well. The advantage of Bitcoin Cash over Bitcoin is the same thing. The block size is increased from 1 MB to 8 MB. In Bitcoin, you have 1 MB as the limit for every block. However, Bitcoin Cash has 8 MB as the block size. The next one is Litecoin. So Litecoin is another type of Bitcoin. However, it is more lighter and quicker and cheaper. So Bitcoin Cash is a fork of Bitcoin. So the performance, security, everything is same as Bitcoin. However, Litecoin uses Bitcoin's technology, but it is faster, quicker, and cheaper than the Bitcoin or Bitcoin Cash. It is also a peer-to-peer cryptocurrency. It is open source as well. All these projects are open source. The creation and transfer of these coins are based on the cryptographic protocol, and it is not managed by any central authority like anything else. So there is no central authority in Litecoin as well, but it is inspired technically from Bitcoin. However, it is faster and quicker and also cheaper than the Bitcoin. Litecoin was initially released as an open source project onto GitHub directly in October 7, 2011 by Charlie Lee. He is the former Google employee. The Litecoin network went live in October 13th. On October 13th, it was released on October 7th in GitHub, and it went live on October 13th in 2011. It is basically a fork of the Bitcoin core client. Basically, Litecoin also is a fork of that. However, it has been modified over the core, and that is why it is faster. So how is it different from Bitcoin? The Litecoin aims to process a block every 2.5 minutes rather than the blockchain's 10-minute cycle. So blockchain takes 10 minutes to process the whole blocks, every block. However, Litecoin does it in 2.5 minutes. That is why it is faster. The developer also claimed that this allows Litecoin to have faster transaction confirmation, unlike Bitcoins. Also, Litecoin uses script in its proof of work algorithm. So proof of work is an algorithm which you can see in Bitcoin. So Litecoin uses script in its proof of work algorithm. So Litecoins are generally more complicated to create and more expensive to produce than they are for Bitcoin, because it uses the SHA 256 protocol or the algorithm to encrypt the messages. So these are the 5 different currencies which are currently in the market and which will be talked about in 2018. So let's come back to GDAX exchange. If you notice the GDAX exchange, the price of Bitcoin is changing every second. I don't remember exactly what was the price when we saw initially, but you can see that every second there is a transaction happening. So this is the sell side, this is the buy side, which is green. So there are tons of transactions happening over the Bitcoin. People are selling and buying, and if GDAX is one particular exchange where you can buy and sell Bitcoins, Bitcoin Cash, Ether, and Litecoin as well. And you can notice that in the last one day, right, 24 hours, the price change is 11%. Those are the 5 different cryptocurrencies which I have encountered, which I have seen as the top 5 competitors of each other. I hope you like the video. If you like the video, go ahead and like it. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, go ahead and subscribe to it. Meet you again in the next video. Thank you very much.